I've said it before and I'll say it again. Video game consoles and this whole console war and all this kind of stuff really just comes down to the games, right? We're at this particular situation where it's all about the games, and it's always been about the games, and it'll always be about the games. And for some reason, a lot of people kind of forget that. I know a lot of people like to talk up whether they're, an Xbox fan, PlayStation fan, Nintendo fan, PC fan, or whatever. And I completely understand that. I do. I really get that. I think that that's something that, everybody's going to always want to talk about, which is their favorite, which they more lean towards, and I totally get that and respect that. You have Microsoft buying up studios left and right, and I totally understand that too. I do. I think that it's a smart move. They obviously are trying to create this weird situation where they're a lot like Netflix, and you have to constantly feed the beast, so to speak. And that's what they continue to do, right? They're going to buy more studios, and they're going to continue to invest in that because they need constant games. People aren't going to stay subscribed to their service unless they get constant games, just like Netflix or Hulu or HBO Max or what have you. And, I think that's super important. Now, on the PlayStation side, they do things much more traditionally, which I think also works out very, very well for them. Now, the thing that kind of blows me away is yesterday they came out and announced that PlayStation Studios has 25 plus games in the works. And again, they've also reconfirmed Horizon Forbidden West for 2021. So think about this. A lot of Xbox fans, and there's nothing wrong with being excited about what Xbox is coming out with or what Xbox is doing, but a lot of Xbox fans will just throw in your face that they have 23 studios, right? 23 studios. And I get that because that's a lot of studios, and some of them have multiple teams. And so you could have a potential there for a lot of projects, right? So some word about maybe there's, 30 projects in the pipeline or something like that. All different sizes, big, small, in between. The interesting thing is, how the heck did Sony get as many or maybe even more projects confirmed on coming to PS5 from their studios than Microsoft? I mean, I think Sony has 13 or 14 studios compared to Microsoft's 23. So, again, I always kind of question this, all right? What is the deal? And again, I'm not hating on Xbox because I think Xboxes will come into their own in the next few years. But how the heck does Sony end up with more games in development and people get more excited about that stuff than what Microsoft has already announced? It's so funny to me that actually happens. And I think it's that trust factor, right? People really trust what Sony does because Sony has been there and they've released great games time after time after time. And I think that that's something that they are going to continue to get credit for. So getting into this a little bit, recently the topic of console exclusives has been a very hot topic. With Microsoft getting numerous studios like Double Fine, Obsidian, and Bethesda, Sony seemingly consolidating their focus on bigger, safer projects. Now, once the newly expanded Xbox Game Studios get up to speed, will Microsoft be able to outplay Sony when it comes to exclusives? Not necessarily, according to this. In a new interview with Wired, PlayStation Studios head Herman Hulst hinted at the scope of what Sony is currently working on, and it seems PS5 owners have a lot to look forward to. According to Herman Holst, PlayStation Studios have over 25 titles in the work for the PS5, and almost half of these games are new IPs, which will cover a wide gamut, including games that are big, small, and from different genres. Of course, a lot of those games will probably still be years away, but what about the near future? While the Wired article seems to reconfirm that Horizon Forbidden West is still on track for 2021, despite rumors to the contrary, and when COVID-19 lockdowns began, Horizon Forbidden West was still in a pretty rough state, missing basic things like voice acting and much of its performance capture, but Guerrilla has gone to impressive lengths to get the game done during a pandemic. Recording booths were shipped to actors' homes, a new motion capture stage was created in Amsterdam, and testing is being done via the cloud. Hulst, who stepped away from Horizon Forbidden West development to head up PlayStation Studios, recently got to go hands-on with the game, and it sounds like he was happy with what he saw. He said, and I quote, "I spent some time yesterday with Horizon Forbidden West for the first time in 7 or 8 months. To step away and come back to it, talk about giving me a gift." So again, they're very much confirming what a lot of people were saying wasn't going to be true, which was, the fact that they're going to be able to get these games out and stuff like that. Again, I think that that's absolutely incredible when you think about it. And we're at the 6-month mark of both the Xbox Series X and the PlayStation 5, and I think it looks a lot better on the PlayStation 5 side of things that they've actually released games that are exclusive to their platform. Some have been cross-platform with the PS4, but you still have stuff like Demon Souls, Destruction All-Stars, of course, Returnal, and Ratchet and Clank is coming next month. So you have this big selection of games that are coming out there that are looking to be incredible. I just, for me personally, sort of question a little bit of the whole Xbox thing, and I know people maybe get tired of hearing me do that, but honestly, how is it that a studio, that a company with 23 game studios can't seem to get a game out the door? I will never understand that. It really kind of baffles me. I think that it's something that a lot of people are going to have to, I guess, come to grips with and understand what's going on. And I do think that the PS5 and Xbox Series X are both very good consoles. And, we are 6 months after launch, and a whole new phase of PS5 games have begun. Titles that are actually leveraging what the console's capabilities to push forward. Obviously, you had Returnal, a console exclusive from Housemarque, the same studio that created Resogun, and the roguelike is receiving, rave reviews for how immersive and how the narrative techniques and atmospheric gameplay and all that kind of stuff, and how it really utilizes everything that the PlayStation 5 has to offer, including the 3D audio and the haptics and things like that. And you can feel the raindrops and all that kind of stuff. I think it's really they've done a wonderful job with doing that. And Housemarque isn't even a first-party developer, but what's coming from the collection of companies under PlayStation Studios umbrellas bears out a breadth of depth in the pipeline. In June, Insomniac we'll follow up Miles Morales with Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, the newest installment, and everybody's saying it's the best looking game they've ever seen, right? That's something that all these different sites are saying, and I think that's really kind of, going to rub some Xbox fans a little bit the wrong way, and it's understandable because you have Xbox and it's supposedly the most powerful console ever, at least on paper it is, but then you're in this weird situation where the PS5 and the developers on the PlayStation 5 side are so much superior than the Xbox side that you have a lot of people that are going to obviously feel a certain way about that. So again, we are seeing Sony and the PS5 hit definitely above its weight, and they're doing such a fantastic job with it. And later this year, Guerrilla Games is going to release Horizon Forbidden West. We also got Kenna Bridge of Spirits, which is an indie. I'm not sure if eventually that's going to go to Xbox or not, but that's a game that a lot of people are looking forward to. Guerrilla Studio Director actually credits to DualSense haptics capabilities with allowing special sauce well beyond fast travel and graphical fidelity. And I quote, "If you want to take a stealth approach to a combat situation and you dive into long grass, you can feel those long grass leaves through the DualSense controller." And according to Herman Hulst, the Guerrilla Games co-founder, who Jim Ryan actually put in charge of PlayStation Studios in 2019, the 25 titles that they're in development for the PS5 are going to be something that, a lot of it is going to be what we've never seen before. And I think that that's going to be something that is truly a testament to what PlayStation's all about. And a lot of people were quick to kind of jump on Jim Ryan, basically because of, some moves that he made early on. And I still don't trust the guy, but if he's going to go out there and get the most exclusives they've ever gotten and all these new IPs, I mean, you're looking at, if you're making 25 games, 12 of those are going to be new IP. So I'm very interested to hear more about that, obviously, and I think that they're going to continue to inspire us and continue to do and just surprise us as fans. And if you think about it, right, so a lot of people will point out that maybe it's hypocritical to get excited for stuff that's maybe a little bit further away. The thing is, we don't know what's further away or not, right? So the stuff that Sony announced, including God of War Ragnarok and Gran Turismo 7 and, obviously Horizon Forbidden West, these games were all originally supposed to come out within the first year of the console, but it looks like Ragnarok and Gran Turismo 7 are going to come out next year, and you also have Final Fantasy 15 or 16, and Project Athia slated for next year, and those are at least a year exclusive, and Athia is a 2-year exclusive. So Sony has the games. I mean, they really have a good handle on that. Microsoft has a lot to make up for, and they have a lot to prove, and I do hope that they actually get out there and can prove themselves before too long. But what do you guys think about this? Do you find it weird that Sony has more games in development or close to it than Microsoft, despite the fact that Microsoft went on all this buying spree and stuff like that. Let me know. Sound off. I'm Crapgamer. This has been Crapgamer Reviews. Thank you very much for watching. Rack 'em up. Crapgamer out.